What's happening? What's happening? This is Same Sense Live back in the mix. I wanted to holler at y'all about this Kyrie Irving situation as far as him being unvaxxed and not taking a death touch because there's another professional athlete that was caught with a fake vax card, and I wanted, to touch on that because, you know, it seems like they're trying to amp this up and use professionals, in my opinion. Right here, as you can see, this is Evander Kane. He supposedly got caught with a fake vax card. He trying to avoid taking the death touch, which me personally, I thought about making one, trying to figure out how to, fake the system out like I done got vax so they can get the hell out of my face because, the extremes that they're taking, to scare people, and fearmonger into people into taking this vaccine is unbelievable. And this right here to me is no different than Colin Kaepernick kneeling. Like, I understand why he did it, but when you look at the agenda behind him doing it, it's almost as if they were saying to us, this what will happen to you if you speak up about the injustices that's taking place in the world. Meaning like, taking these athletes, for example, and say, if we'll take millions of dollars away from them and, sit them down and take their platforms away from them, what do you think we'll do do to you? Because you're not even on this level of an athlete. So that's the reason why I wanted to talk about this and touch base on this because it's you got Max Kellerman talking about it, Stephen A. Smith, you got all these people, chiming in about people being unvaccinated and vaccinated, and it's almost like they're making it criminal not to be vaccinated. And this is the reasons why we have to be careful and be mindful of the agenda of these people. You know what I mean? You gotta understand, man. Like in a game like the NHL, you talking about they're worried about, and in basketball as well. You're talking about organizations that sweep things under the rug like domestic violence and, sports betting, and other unspeakable things that go on, behind closed doors. And they try to make it seem like that this is the worst thing going on. And it's crazy because the NBA is saying that they have, because you got the Silverman dude, the new commissioner or whatever, he was basically saying that it's not the NBA that's keeping Kyrie from playing. It's the city of New York, so it's just, it's Brooklyn or whatever, keeping him from playing. So I just felt like I just had to chime in on that because, you got a lot of youngins out here that follow these athletes and they don't understand or see outside of the box because we're all born in it, and it's only, I'm not going to say only a few, but it's very rare for people to think outside of the box because we, like I just said, we've been placed in it and we've been kept in it by, being misled and uneducated and a whole bunch of other things. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick and see how y'all feel because it was just amazing that, for these stories to be 17 hours ago, and an update as well with Kyrie, it just seems like they're trying to stick to this and make this a real issue about unvaccinated people being harmful to vaccinated people when they're telling people that if you're vaccinated that you shouldn't have to worry pretty much. You know what I mean? If you vaccinated, why does, me being unvaccinated should worry you when you should have everything from being vaccinated that you need to not have to, be in danger. So it's just crazy, man, in the world that we're in. And it's obvious that, it's separating the weak from the strong and the smart from the I'm not going to say stupid, but brainwashed. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if they really wanted to make us, it's things and other measures that they can take. And it shows by the way that they're, trying to take guns from people, and they're trying to manipulate people into just giving these things away and stuff like that. And they're trying to, manipulate you into, believing that you have to let them have control over what you do with your mind and your body is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? And this should wake people up. It really should. Because just 6 months ago or a year ago, we were running around talking about, racism, and which is still a big part of what's going on. Like, I literally just had to walk out of a store about, I think, yesterday, because everybody in the store was white. They didn't have on a mask. But but when I walked in, they asked, did I have a mask on? Did I have a mask? And nobody in there had a mask on. So I was just like, what? I just left. I didn't even come back. You know what I mean? Because that's where it's starting to go. Like, even with racism, now I don't want to get off that topic, because that is something still big that we have to deal with. But this is like helping people use another covert way of using racism. You know what I mean? And it's going to be people that's not capable of seeing this, and how it's being used. So, I just wanted to put that out there, man. And right now we're living in a very scary time. And I mean that because people don't know what to think, and they're allowing, the news, and they're allowing all this fake news to persuade them into this, it's just almost, it's hard to even put into words. Because these people are just becoming pawns for the machine. And it's almost unbelievable to watch living, breathing beings that were giving the ability to have free will just absorb all this nonsense and just, force their opinions and their things like that on other people, just because they have a mind and a soul and they choose to use it. And it's just crazy, man. But I don't want to ramble too much. I just want people to think and pay attention to how they use these athletes to make you think that since they're losing something, or they have, millions of dollars to lose, that, what do you think, we're going to do to you? It's like, man, look, man, we're already in, some of the worst conditions in the world when it comes to education, when it comes to the living situations, and things like that. So we're not losing anything, so just tell me what you feel. I don't want to keep rambling, man, on and on and on, but please be careful. Stop letting these athletes, speak for you, and stop allowing yourself to believe that, since these athletes have things to lose, that, things can be taken away from you. They already have taken a bunch of your freedoms and liberties anyway, so that's just my opinion. This is Same Sense Live, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man, and please give me your opinion. Tell me what you think about all this. I'm out here.